Hey, good morning, everybody. At least it's morning here. 7 a.m. Just leaving the albergue. Suzay, whatever that says behind me up there. Suzaya in Zubiri. Got to hike back through the town of Zubiri. And then on my way to Pamplona today, excited to get there. Last night, we had a guy that snored in the room all night. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, I could sleep through it, and I think most people probably could. Then all of a sudden at 4 o'clock, he went from amateur status to pro, and everybody was up. He was really loud. And all of a sudden at 5 o'clock, back to amateur status, and everybody went back to sleep. So, it wasn't too bad a night. Thank you all for all the comments. I do see them. I just don't have time to respond to them yet. I will get to it. I know there has been quite a few people saying, well, I'm leaving in a week or I'm leaving in 2 weeks. Just to give you an idea, I know you can look at weather online yourself, but it's brisk in the morning. I don't have a Zubiri on my phone app, but I do have Pamplona. So the temperature is probably very similar. It's 50 degrees in Pamplona in the morning. It goes up to 78 today. So you usually start out with a light jacket on, and as soon as you warm up in about a mile or so, most people tend to shed those and be good the rest of the day because you're warm when you're walking. All right. So just outside of Zubiri, we have first light, but not sunrise. All right, coming up on the town of, I'm going to blow this pronunciation, but I'm going to go with Larasonia, or something very similar to that. Just coming up a hill, and that's why I'm breathing like a freight train. They do a rest area here. This is maybe a kilometer outside of Larasonia. At least I think that's where we are. They have a fountain there, but these homes are what I wanted to show you. Right along the trail, pretty incredible. Hey, buddy. Hey. All right, first dog along the Camino. Beautiful river. Runs right along the trail. And up ahead you have a fence on the left with horses. All right, so I think that sign Just at 11.3 to Pamplona. So that's like 7 miles roughly. And it just so happens, as you cross this bridge, there's a cafe. I think it has my name on it. All right, so this is my breakfast. This is cafe con leche, and this is a tortilla de patata, which means basically a potato and egg omelet, and they give you bread with it. It was €3.50, so that's about $4 US, and that's breakfast. All right, emerging from the rural area of the woods into a town. Dale, Dale, daylight come and me wanna go home. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the mountain furthest in the distance has a bunch of windmills on top. I don't know if it'll show up on the iPhone, but I think I go up there in a couple days. I met her in a smoky room, smell of wine and cheap perfume. All right, guess I need to apologize to Journey for all that. I've been flying along today, almost non-stop. One cafe stop, no rush stops. I'm trying to get into Pamplona early, even though I have plenty of time to do my Camino. But the reason is I have a dental problem, and I need to see a dentist. So I'm really not in pain, but some dental work that's supposed to be permanently cemented in is no longer permanently cemented, so I need to get that taken care of. I'm hoping I can get it done without having to take a whole day delay, or hoping I can even get it done at all. So I did go to a pharmacy and asked for dental adhesive to do it myself, and the pharmacist said no, you have to see a dentist. So that's where I'm at with that. I'll keep you all advised on if I'm able to get dental help and what it's like and how much it costs. So, still not into Pamplona. This is a city just outside of Pamplona. All right, Puente means bridge. So bridge of the Magdalena. And that would be this bridge right here. So I'm pretty sure we're coming up here on the city walls of Pamplona. The walls here and the little fortifications on the corner look remarkably like the fort in San Juan, Puerto Rico, which of course isn't surprising since Spain also built those. So this would have been the moat and the gate. You see the wheels up here to drop and raise We're raising lower the moat. This is the inside of the walls. And now we're about to go in the gates to the town itself. All right, entering the actual city gates to Pamplona. I'm gonna try to get a room at Casa Iberola, which I can already see directly in front of me, just inside the gates. Hope to get a bunch of videos still today and put it on this segment about Pamplona after I check in, get a shower, and get back out. All right, so the hiking part today, 21 kilometers. That's just shy of 13 miles. I left at 7 in the morning and I got here right at noon. So 5 hours, 13 miles, and that was with a stop. Though I did stop at the cafe. Other than that, I only make maybe 2 5-minute rest stops for at noon, take my pack off. So I'm gonna go in here and see if I can get a room here. This is just inside the city gates of Pamplona. It's Casa Iberola. So a little tour of Casa Iberola. The beds are built in a wall like this, but it's got some features that hikers or pilgrims on the Camino really like. And I'll explain why these things are important for those who don't know much about the Camino. You have a lockbox here. So all my things are in there, except my backpack. You're not allowed to bring your backpack up here, but all the things I'm gonna need are locked in here, and I have that key. So they're secure. So I can go out on the town tonight and not have to worry about stuff disappearing. Another thing that's really nice about this is you have 2 electrical outlets right here. The reason that's important is because everybody has cell phones to charge and things like that. And there usually are not enough outlets, or some places there are not enough outlets. But the main thing is, while they're charging, you have to sit there and watch them. But now, because they're in bed with me, I can charge them tonight while I'm sleeping. And it's just unlikely that somebody's going to come into my bed and steal them. Possible, but unlikely. And they do have this here for privacy. I can pull this down in the evening and have a little bit of privacy. Also, you have a little light here. So that's the part about the beds that I like. Let me show you the rest of the hostel. All right, so this is a common area where you can sit. Also, there's free breakfast included here. The cost here is 16 euros. So, yeah, it's about 18 US roughly. $18 US, and includes free breakfast. It's self-serve breakfast in the fridge. It's like not nothing hot. It's like yogurts and breads and jams and spreads and things like that. They also have a small fridge you could use if you want to stick a few beers in there. Coffee and Nescafe in the morning. Washroom. And clothes hangers. Everybody puts their trekking poles in here. You're not allowed to have the backpacks up in the room. They worry about transporting bed bugs from facility to facility. Men's restroom here. There's nobody in here. So there's 2 showers and 2 toilets. This is for the ladies, same thing. You're also not allowed to wear your trekking boots, or your hiking boots, up into the room, just because of the dirt. They do get dirty as hell. So that's down here. Also, they have a washer and dryer here. Looks like it's 3 euros for the dryer, 3 euros for the washer if you want to run a load. A lot of times you can find another pilgrim that'll share it with you, because you usually only have at best a quarter of a load. All right, so I was just talking to Cesar. He's the guy that checks you in. I don't know if he's the owner or works here, but he said there's 20 beds here. So 20, that's a 20 camas in Espanol. And yeah, 20 beds. And now you've had your little tour of where I'm staying tonight. All right, so I'm in Casa Iberola, and this guy is staying here tonight too. And he's also hiking the Camino. Obviously, he's quite a bit younger than me. So what is your name and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Andy and I'm from Scotland.
Okay, Andy, and anything else you want people to know that are viewing this, because you know, they'll be going on this trip, and anything advice you would have for people that are following you?
Yeah, just enjoy the journey and don't focus on getting to the destination. Just
all right, awesome.
Enjoy the journey.
I agree. We're both on day 3, right? You're on day 3?
Day 3.
You're both on day 3, so we're still early on. We're only about maybe 10% of the way through, but Hopefully I'll see Andy along the way, and if he has anything to say, I'm going to put him on the channel again.
Okay.
Anything he has to say.
Cheers.
Once again, this is where I'm staying at the Casa Iberola Albergue. And it's just as you're entering town, so I really haven't seen any of town yet. I'm going to take you on a little tour. So far, it looks pretty typical of older European towns that most of the buildings are all 5 stories. All right, let's go check out the cathedral. Pretty neat. Lots of young people on the street. Just go into the pub and grab a beer, then go sit on the street in the shade and drink it. So this church was first under construction in the 11th century. The foundations of the original city of Pamplona date back to the 75 BC. So it's a long time ago. All right, this is the Plaza de Castillo, which I think is the main square in Pamplona. You can see it's just lined with bars and cafes. They have an area here in the middle where I'm sure they have lots of events. Big stage up there. All right, let's do a little 360 here around the square so you can see what it looks like. Hey everyone, I know it's a little loud here because we're out in downtown Pamplona, and there's quite a crowd around us making a lot of noise. So I want to introduce some of the friends that I've made on the Camino de Santiago. And right here we have Tommy.
Hey.
Tommy, where are you from?
I'm from Chester, England.
And Tommy, how did you wind up doing the Camino?
I was drunk, and my good friend Ellen was doing it, and she said, "Why don't you come along?" And that was it, really. And it's great, and I've really enjoyed it, and I will come back again.
All right, so Tommy's on the Camino because he drinks. Ellen, where are you from, and why are you on the Camino?
Chester, England, and I've always wanted to do it, maybe. Yeah.
All
No
right.
reason whatsoever.
And why are you here?
Hi,
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Rome in Italy, and I'm making the Camino because I'm too stressed at work. So I need to stop.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, it is.
And Sam, tell us your name, which I just did, and where you're from, and why you're on the Camino.
So I'm from Lichfield, England, and well, because Ellen said that she was going to do the Camino, and I didn't enjoy my job, so I handed my notice in, and now I'm here.
Well, there we go, folks. All valid reasons for being on the Camino. So we're out drinking in downtown Pamplona. We're having a wonderful time, and cheers, everybody.
Cheers.